Kia ora, fellow streamers, fellow classmates. Got a great fellow classmate with us now on another episode of Where Are They Now? Someone I know extremely well, grew up with, went to the same school, intermediate, and started my first day of school with that stream. First 15 captain, first 11 captain, all-round good guy and a mate to us all. It's time to say kia ora to Jamie Williams. G'day, Jay.
Hey, bro. How you going?
Yeah, I'm awesome. Look, thanks very much for joining us on this wee vlog. I know that there'll be a heap of guys out there that are really keen to catch up with you and what you've been doing.
Yeah, look, just want to say thanks for organising. It's been awesome to see the guys you've interviewed so far. It's been, a bit of a trip down memory lane. It's been awesome. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. It's been great for all of us. Now, let's kick straight into it, Jay. Now, give us a recap. Like, how did you get to stream? How many years did you do, and what took you there?
Yeah, well, mum and dad took me there. I think a bit like your mum, when you brought up in Upper Hutt and you hang out with the wrong crowd, there's a risk you go down the wrong path in life. So, yeah, you were the only other person that I knew going to stream, and I wasn't overly happy about it. I would have preferred to have gone to Heretatonga College, but that's what happened. And in hindsight, mum and dad were right, and I had 5 really enjoyable years. Yeah, really loved it.
Well, lucky for Stream and us, because you really thrived at Silver Stream, and you really, you were involved with everything. So the school, did well by you, and you did very well by the school. And I know the rest of the boys would say that too. But hey, what did you do immediately after Silver Stream? What, like your first year and things after that? Where did you end up?
I was meant to go and play rugby in the UK with Willie Brown, the other Jamie Williams, and he ended up going. And most of the guys I know did pretty well in the professional era. But by absolute chance, I fluked the bursary, and that was only because I did 7 form stats in calc, and I think I got 26 and 28%, and they got scaled up to over 50% in both of them because the exam was hard that year. So I ended up getting a B bursary, and because of that, I decided to go to university. But I shouldn't have. I was a bit over learning the way that we'd been learning, and probably didn't really enjoy the back half of 7 form overly much. And I probably should have just gone out and got a job, or done something different, or gone and played rugby. But in the end, I went to varsity. Lasted there a year, mate. Don't even think there was this thing called terms. If you didn't turn up enough, you weren't allowed to sit your exams. I turned up to sit all my end of year exams, and they just wouldn't let me in. So that's probably a pretty good reflection of a wasted year in life. Was flatting with James Meehan, who comes from, he's somewhere in Bay of Plenty, I think he was.
Came from Thames or Edgecombe or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So he was selling electric puha out of the flat in Palmer Crescent in Upper Hutt, and it was an interesting year, gap year, I guess you could call it these days, because I did fuck all at university, and after that went and got a job, and stayed in Wellington. Was
that a little red brick flat?
Yep, that was the one. Yep. It was salubrious. It was awesome.
Now listen, you were a fantastic dual athlete, rugby and cricket. Where did you get to? Did you reach any high levels in either of those sports?
No, I didn't. I think I played a bit of rep rugby after leaving school, and I got quite a few bad injuries, and I just never kind of could get a good decent run at it. I think I played a bit of under 19s, bit of secondary schools, Wellington Colts, and then I remember having one last shot where I'd been pretty injured, hadn't played a whole season, and basically gave up my job at the time to do sort of 5 or 6 months hard work at the gym and try and get fit. And first game or first training session, I think before the first game, blew out my hamstring badly, and that was kind of it. I don't know why, but I just other things became more important in life. I sort of started doing reasonably well at work, and girlfriends, all that sort of stuff, and just never followed through. Ended up going back in my late 20s and playing about another 8 or 9 years of rugby, and just socially, and really enjoyed it. And same with cricket, really. I gave that away. Cricket's one of those sports, right? Like all day, every day Saturday, and I was playing rec cricket too, so it was Sundays too, and I was just over it. I just wanted some time out from sport, and so that I gave that away straight after leaving school.
Yeah. Oh wow, really interesting. Now, occupation. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions regarding what you do for work. Now, I know what you do and the scale of what you do, so I don't want you to be shy. But for those guys that don't know what you do for work right now, can you tell us what you do and scale it down for us?
Yep. So Will and I are in business together. So we started 15 years ago, and it's in hospitality really. So we've got bit of variety within that space. We've got bars, restaurants, functions and events team that does some reasonably large corporate and public events, contract catering, which is we do some work for the government around some of their facilities that manage catering there, and actually just got St. Pat Silverstream boarding school. We start there in the next beginning of the next term. So that kind
awesome.
of that kind of gig. Yeah, it is cool. It's cool to be going back there. It was amusing. I was I was trying to help them out. And I was like, boys, I'm going to charge you less and give you better quality. We just want to help. And that took about 9 months to make up their minds. That's what they wanted. But we're looking forward to that. It's just been nice to put back in there. So so that's basically the business. Yeah.
Well, in typical Jamie Williams style, you've totally underplayed what you do. So I'm going to give you some quick fire questions. Okay, so name of the company, your company?
It's called Kapura.
Kapura. And how many businesses or how many bars and restaurants do you own and operate?
I think bars and restaurants will be getting close to 40 now, I think. Yeah.
Okay, across the country?
Yep. So we just we're up in the Bay of Plenty in Waikato. So we actually just opened 2 up there last week in the Mount Maunganui, and we already had 1 there, and then we've got 2 in Hamilton, and looking forward to doing a bit more expansion up in both those areas. So,
how many staff do you have?
I think it's getting close to 900 huge. Yeah.
900 staff. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, head office, how many in the head office?
About 40 in the head office. So, finance, HR, marketing, some senior ops team in there. It's a busy little place.
So let's just recapping your business, Kapura. Now, I have it on good authority that you, and of course with Will, are now outright the largest hospitality company in New Zealand.
We are, but you got to put things into context. Look, we're probably the only guys trying to run this race right now. Actually, a couple of mates I really trust to give us advice every now and then, or just put some perspective around a business sort of trajectory going. If you're the only guys running the race, why are you trying to run it so fast? Take your time. Look, I think we are, but that's probably not saying a lot in New Zealand. I think we make up about 5.5-6% of the market. So we have a pretty small, really, total market size.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll talk on behalf of all the boys when I say we're so proud of you and Will, that you and Will, you're out there doing it, and, and Kapura. I mean, I see it everywhere here in Wellington, but you're nationwide, and mate, just well done, you guys. You've done bloody well.
Yeah, I think probably what you said there's just the key, really. We're just out there trying to do it. Like we give everything a go, and we've almost blown the company up multiple times on the way. And it really resonated when you were talking to Boz, and there's good times and bad times in business. And bad times are really deep and quite sharp. They're quite dark moments. And when you get through them, actually, you learn a lot from it, and you're actually a lot more resilient on the other side. So we probably wouldn't be as successful as we have been without pushing ourselves and having those moments that you shit yourself in. So.
One last number. I know you give a lot to the communities all around. How much has Kapura donated to the community to date?
Have you been on our website or something?
I have been on your website.
I'll probably get a bloody number wrong. Since we've started, it's probably 4 or 5 million, I'd say. I think we've been really... owning a business is a real privilege. You get to see people develop, and Will and I have always taken a perspective on life that if you're good to people and you support the community that you're in and that's around you, then they'll support you back. So, you know, we've tried our hardest to put back into whatever we think's a good cause, whether it's a kid who needs a knee operation or a sports team or a theatre group or the Hurricanes or whatever it is. We're trying to play our bit.
Yeah, well, again, we think it's outstanding. And for those that are going to be joining us for their foundation dinner on the 31st of July, it's Jamie's company, Kupara, that'll be looking after us and doing all the catering for the kai and beverages. So you'll get to experience it firsthand. Now,
yeah,
Jay.
Will just sent me a text this afternoon going, shit, we better get this dinner right. There's a lot of pressure on now. So he's right. We'll probably go overs on it, to be honest.
Beautiful. Now let's get a bit personal. I can see some lovely faces of tamariki behind your head. Family, are you married with kids?
Yep. I've been married twice, second time around at the moment. And at the moment, hopefully this is the last time. Yep. So I've got a split family because of that. I've got 3 older teenagers. Emma is 19, Ben is 18, and Maya 16. And then I've got Charlie girl. She is 5, and Bodhi is 4. So sort of started again, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's where we're at. So busy household. It's sort of people running in and out all the time.
Wonderful, bro. Blended whānau, a lot of kids. And I tell you what, for those who haven't seen, I saw a picture recently of your oldest, Emma, and she's a beautiful girl. I just hope you got the shotgun ready, bro.
Oh, yeah, there's a story about that, but I won't go into it another time. But yeah, I used to think I'd be that dad with the shotgun, but no, all the kids are really good and got nice partners and stuff. So I've got good ones. Yeah, but she gets her looks from her mum too, not from me.
Hey, now listen, where do you live? Where do you live now? Like, explain to the boys where you're living.
Yep, so out the back of Johnsonville, Wellington, there's a little place called Haria Valley. So we've got a couple acres down there and kind of a half finished lifestyle block. I don't think I'll ever finish it. So just keep on working on it and spending money and yeah, but it's nice and peaceful and quiet and just on a city fringe. So it still only takes me about 25-30 minutes to get to work each day. So
awesome. And rumor has it, bro, you got a pool, you bust out a few monos.
Yeah, you've done the odd bomb in the pool, mate. The old what do they call the name of the bombs now? I can't even remember. Yep, Staples and yep. So now we've got the pool. It's sort of, you're a little bit isolated down here, to be honest. So if you don't have that stuff, you're always in the car. So we thought we'd just build it where we were.
Oh, that's awesome. Getting down to the last couple of questions, Jay. I know some maybe a little bit hard to answer, but is there anything you remember of Stream in particular? Now, it could be a teacher, an event, a team. Is there anything that really stands out for you, a certain event? Like, everyone's got something different. Is there something that you can share with the boys that is sort of in your memory?
Oh, there's lots of things. I think I really enjoyed that under 15 rugby team too with Bede and Reese Archibald. That was great. Yeah, but I think there's some funny times. Fireworks at boarding school always. I'm surprised people didn't lose eyes. Down in the paddock with skyrockets firing them at each other and all that sort of stuff. Some crazy moments, some weird parties. Watching Chris Fui run naked with motorcycle helmets on, and I really enjoyed your interview, Chris, today. So it was nice to see him being pretty vulnerable around how he's feeling at that time too. Mate, I think generally we did a lot, as a group of young men, and tried a lot of things. Te motorcar with Hook and Woodsy, all those funny things. It's just a lot of things to laugh about. I think I had when I was boarding, I had Yuki Kahara, who's gone on to be a pretty famous sort of artist in her own right.
Yeah.
She would jump on my bed each night and tease me because we were, slightly homophobic or whatever it was. But those things you just got used to. Boarding school taught you a lot of tolerance for heaps of different people. I think it's been a really valuable lesson later in life. You don't really judge people at all. You just try and get along with them all. So.
Yeah, 100%. Now, listen, Phil, you had a back screen. You've upped the stakes and you've sent me some photographs. So I'm just going to share my screen and I'll pull the photos up and maybe you can talk about them, mate.
Okay, mate. Yep.
Okay, let me just find them here, and hopefully, all right.
Yeah, so this was actually just a year after leaving school. It's myself, Lyndon Barring, and John O'Connor. After obviously a reasonably large night, but someone's always taken a photo of us, all snuggled up in the same bed. So McKevity Shield, I think that was one of the years. It was probably the year we did the best. We were useless every year, but we did all right that year. I think we actually tried a little bit.
Yeah,
So you found that on the camera.
beautiful.
The photo album. Swimming sport, Egan House. Go
Yeah,
Egan.
the gold Egan House.
Yeah, so Sullivan and what was that guy that is a year younger?
That's Greg Watts there.
Greg Watts, Marty Watterson, you,
Boz,
Simon. Yeah, a few faces there. So that was always a fun day.
Oh, fantastic.
PE, Paul Ellis. He's he passed away. Unfortunately, tragically, he was murdered a couple of years after we left school. He was my form teacher for 3 of the years I was there, and just found that photo today in one of the old photo albums. And 6PE that was. So.
It's a wonderful photo. I mentioned in my thing that Paul Ellis, Mr. Ellis, an awesome teacher. I wish I paid a lot more attention to. Passed in '98. Taken for a few dollars. While driving a taxi, so rest in peace to him.
Yeah. He's a good bastard, man. He wasn't the best teacher, to be honest, but he was a good bloke.
He was pretty tolerant, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, and just looking at some faces in there, good to see Tamatea Dennison up there next to you.
Yep, yeah, it's Andy Logue, I think, up there too.
Andy Logue, Simon Neasy,
yep.
Simon McKinley next to you. Wow, incredible. Here's a handsome cricket team.
First 11 down at St. Bede's. I think we just won a 3-day game down there, and I think it's just one of the photos I had from that game. We're looking, arms crossed, staunch guys.
Yeah, that'll be Corker kneeling down at the front.
Yeah, that was. He was probably, he was their rock star player. To be honest, he was pretty quick for his age back then. So he rolled a few teams.
It's Mr. Fooey.
Oh, sorry, Chris. I know you don't like this stuff, but it's a great photo that kind of captures that whole trip down Table Tasman and the kayaking trip. And it made, at the very least, you made us laugh all the time. It's awesome.
All the time. Now, it's Jimmy Bell in the background.
Jimmy Bell, I can't work out. Yeah, look at Adam Byron. Adam Byron in the track pants.
Might be Paddy Ford in the Stream jersey.
Probably, yep. He had hair. I've only used to him bald now. It was a party around at home. Marty, Jake, Noel. Can't see who's looking down to the ground. Yeah. And then there's and Boz in the middle there. So,
and that Jake Smith on the seat.
Jake Smith down there with Marty. So
legend.
Yep. Yeah. Hugo McNaught. Look at that. That's awesome.
Wow, that's sensational.
This is the beast.
Oh wow, it's just awesome photos. It's a great pull. And there's another shot of the swimming sports.
Yeah. It's fun times, right? Fun times.
Yeah, really good times. Well, mate, thanks for sharing those photos. You've upped the game. Now, look, last question. Is there anyone you keep in touch with? I've been fortunate to catch up with you over the recent years. But apart from Will, is there anyone else that you regularly keep in contact with?
Yeah. Well, Lyndon Barring, he's a pretty special person these days. He sort of serves a lot of people and looks after them, and he actually works for us at the moment. He is sort of head of sort of welfare and pastoral care for all that stuff. So he's pretty good at what he does. Does a lot of counselling, a lot of trying to teach them how to kind of get clarity of mind and mindfulness and meditation and all sorts of things. So he's pretty, catch up with him all the time. Still see there's a group of us who go and play golf every year. So Adam Byron, Nolan Mackey, Martin Watterson, Will, myself, Kieran McCall, Mike Byrne. I better not forget anyone on that, but yeah. So there's that group, but other than that, you bump into guys all the time around the place. Be randomly you bump into somebody. So.
Oh, awesome! Now I know you guys are catering it, but hopefully you're going to be able to make the dinner at the end of July.
Yep, no, we're going. We've got we've got a table already sorted and looking at another table now. So yep, no, it's probably been a bit of impetus we needed to go back and reconnect with everyone. So looking forward to it.
Well, awesome. Well, Jay, listen, we've come to the end. A little bit longer this one, but I really appreciate you taking the time. Just before we sign off, is there anything you want to say to the rest of the guys that will be watching this?
No, I've just really enjoyed hearing your stories and look forward to more. So yeah, and hopefully we can see as many of you as possible on the 31st of July.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. We're fortunate. We had two Jamie Williamses in our year at Silverstream, and of course, this one's been Jamie Darren Williams. Bro, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed catching up with you again, and kia ora to you, bro. And we're really proud of your business. Keep going and keep doing the mahi.
Yep, sweet as. Thanks very much, mate.
All right, cheers, bro.
All right, see you. Cheers.
See you later.
Bye-bye.